Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Thursday, July 28th, 2022. And I want to talk about U.S. legal matters. Let's start with something called the Posse Comitatus Act. You're going, what? You're not the only one. It was actually enacted in the late 1900s, 1878, June 18, 1878 to be exact. And it limited how military forces for the US could be used for civilian law enforcement. Okay, that's kind of a one-sentence synopsis of it for you, okay? So that act, PCA, is still in force. In fact, Mr. Schiff Adam Schiff, pencil neck, has made reference to it recently. There's the Schiff Amendment Act that's being presented. Okay, now, here is an interesting fact that was shared by in this tweet. I just learned something that blew my mind and connects the Schiff Amendment dots. We all know the Posse Comitatus Act prohibits POTUS from ordering active duty National Guard, Army, and U.S. Air Force troops from enforcing domestic laws unless requested by a governor during rebellion, etc. But did you know Space Force wasn't added to that act until 2022, this year? That means Space Force satellite surveillance could have been ordered legally by the POTUS to detect foreign, and there's some words I can't say. Okay, does Schiff know? Well, he does now. I'm sure. I'm sure that's why Space Force, even though it was came officially into being in 2018, 4 years later, was added to that act, was to make sure it didn't happen again. And then here is, this is me with rabbit trails, not so much connecting the dots, but rabbit trails. So then I was kind of amused to see that someone who is, I think it's a body double, I know it's a body double, is playing golf today. And so Mr. T is playing golf today, or someone representing him. So even if it's a body double, they wear what they're told to wear and they say what they're supposed to say. And look here, this person who's supposed to be Mr. T playing golf today is wearing a polo shirt with the Space Force emblem on the sleeve. Doesn't that seem a little odd? Well, we know Mr. T cannot resist a dig. And so I wanted to ask the cards tonight. Is that shirt Mr. T is wearing, is that a comm? And if so, does the universe have information about that comm? I think it might connect back to the PCA. Just a dig. Let's see. So let's just ask. This is kind of for fun, and I'll switch the camera. You can see me finish the shuffling. We'll see what the universe has to say. Our first card is the Four of Wands. Then we have the Two of Swords, the Emperor, Four of Cups, the Moon, Magician, Strength, so interesting. We have the situation is indicated by the Four of Wands, which is a card of harmony and stability. And I didn't get a hard yes in the top four cards about was the emblem on the shirt a calm, but I didn't get a no. And let's look at why I say that. We have the Two of Swords here, which is one sometimes of a truce, and swords are words in written and spoken form. And then we have the recent past being the Emperor, and I was asking if the person being represented as Mr. T was wearing a comm. Couldn't resist a dig. Just reminding those in the know that Space Force had some opportunities during the 45's term in office. Okay. And we have the Four of Cups here, which is one of a card of reevaluation and considering. So he does, it was meant to, hey, think of this, and you may want to think twice. And then looking ahead then to see if, and I was wondering if there was a connection between the PCA, and then I was kind of a soft unspoken question was Space Force utilized in that regard back in 2020? And it's not looking good. Not that it wasn't used, but that it was, okay? And there was some shenanigans, major shenanigans that affected the Emperor, okay? And because of that, the magician can make things manifest. It's about manifesting. And that means manifesting change, because you don't manifest the same old, okay? We have the Strength card on the other side. And that's telling us that as things become more and more obvious and the shenanigans are brought out into the light, see the moon's dark, we're moving into the light with all this. They're acting from positions of strength and moving forward to manifest some big changes. So let's see if there's a little more information from the universe about this calm, which was kind of intended possibly to bolster up a soft reveal. There's lots of soft reveals happening in our world, people, right now. Lots of them. We have the Chariot showing up, another major arcana. Look how many there have been so far. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana so far in this question. That's statistically significant. And he is often thought of as the younger version of the Emperor, always up for a challenge, doesn't back down from a fight. And he is about forward motion. And since the Emperor is just and fair, he is of that same mindset and ethic. So I always love when the Chariot shows up. Yeah. There's going to be some losses that are felt that directly go back to the Moon card. Okay. And while the Cabal has things to worry about, we don't have nearly as much as you think you do. We have enough. We're living in some really tumultuous times, the end of an age, and there's a quiet war going on all around us, and we get caught collaterally with, the inflation and issues like that. So we have enough on our plates. Don't put more on it to worry about. Ultimately, we're going to enjoy some generosity and some improved circumstances. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting that there was a connection there, that calm. I didn't get so much that the PCA, but I did get yeah, Space Force was well utilized, and was legally able to be utilized up until 2022 for surveillance and to help with recording issues. So interesting. And I thought, since I was asking a question about the US and politics, I'd use my new We the People tapestry. So if you notice a different background, that's what it's all about. Oh, lovely. In the background, one of my cats is getting sick, so I'll wrap this up and go clean that up. Home Productions. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Your time is precious, and I appreciate that you spent some of it with me. And I hope you enjoyed this tarot read and come away from it a little bit encouraged, because we don't always know things that happen in the background, but there's, like I said, we are living in a time of lots of soft reveals and times when it's really good to connect some dots and go down a few rabbit trails. Sometimes they meet up in a really nice, beautiful place. So we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Thank you so much. Till next time, good night.